name is and I'm bringing you this cryptocurrency video. It's probably going to be the most important and the most thorough cryptocurrency video I've ever done on YouTube. So make sure to stick around till the end because it's going to be jam-packed with super important information. And please, before we get into any of it, pause the video, like the video, click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so that you're notified when I make a new upload, because these things are super important. And in this video we're going to discuss technicals as well as fundamentals and the whales and what's going on and what I personally doing in Ethereum and Bitcoin and the current situation and the current price targets and blah, 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 a lot of really cool stuff. So you really want to watch the whole video. So okay, first things first, let's take a look at this very simple, and I'm gonna try to go through this as fast as I can, but this video is probably gonna be longer than usual. So let's quickly take a look at the market cap Bitcoin dominance. And this chart has been very important, as you might remember from my previous videos. If you haven't watched them, please do watch them. And this chart is showing us the Bitcoin dominance. So, and we had this super strong support at 40%, and now it's just going upwards. So this is, well, kind of a good sign for Bitcoin, but we still have to be watching this squeezing right here. So as of right now, Bitcoin is still keeping its power, well, relative power right here. So that's something that is on a positive note. Now, when we are going to the actual price right here, then this is where we're going to see a very negative note. That's for sure. So right here, as you might remember, we had this fake out right here, which everybody was really hoping for, but there was no volume and it just simply did not work out. So if you did trade it, hopefully you used a very short stop loss in Tom Swallow style. And now we basically came to the $38,000 mark right here. And let me just remove the volume. And we went right through it. So this falling wedge turned into the one that actually is breaking downward, which is only a 30% chance, but nonetheless it played out. And right now we can easily say that we are definitely in the bear market, even in the weekly chart. So this is something that we really have to keep in mind, and we have to admit that right now everything is starting to look quite miserable. But at the same time, if we actually take a look at, let's go back to the daily chart right here, then we can see actually a huge spike in volume right now at this break. So this is signalizing that this is a real break of this super strong resistance in this falling wedge, which is really not giving us that very much hope. So the real, I mean, even in a technical perspective, in the midterm, it's a very simple prediction. I mean, where is this going to take us in terms of the next resistance and our next potential target? That's going to be $30,000. That's, I mean, that's obvious. The chances of the Bitcoin just suddenly retracing, I mean, the chances are still there, because remember that the capitalization of the crypto market is not really that big. And if there is good news coming out, like for example, XRP winning the court against SEC, this will propel Bitcoin to break all of these levels and perhaps take it to the all-time high as well. So this could have this kind of an effect. So anything can change at an instant. That's why these videos are so important. That's why you have to subscribe and hit that notification bell, so that the situation can change drastically at any given moment. But if we stay without any super positive news and there is no reason for Bitcoin to turn around, then technically, so without any regard for fundamentals, our technical target is very easy. It's $30,000. Some say it's about 28,000. That's also possible, but I would round it up to about $30,000. And as you might remember, this is where I'm going to be buying into Bitcoin quite heavily. And again, if you're going to be just doing simple measurement of our target of this falling wedge, it's very simple. Just placing it at this break, and we're going to get our price target of about, let's remove the bloody volume. That's our target is going to be precisely at $30,000. So that's absolutely fine, and this is something that I personally think we might be getting to, since we've broken all of these levels, and we've also have gone past the previous low here, and we've broken it with a lot of power. So we definitely are on our way to 30K. Now, What does this mean? Does this mean should you stay away from trading Bitcoin? Well, as of right now, trading something in terms of swing trading definitely is going to be very difficult. However, if you go to smaller time frames, I mean that's what I've been doing a lot of for the better part of my trading career, then you will find yourself amazing opportunities to actually take short-term amazing trades. Like for example, this false break right here. Well, with a target of at least 40,000 or maybe even 38,000, which was the resistance from the daily chart of the falling wedge. Then we had this beautiful squeezing going below. This is an absolutely amazing opportunity to short Bitcoin as well, as it's moving down with this huge momentum, and perhaps something that is happening right now here as well. And this wedge right here, let me just mark it real quickly, which was absolutely beautiful and absolutely tradable as well. If you are spending a lot of time at the trading desk and you're hunting for these short-term opportunities, then a beautiful entry here with a stop loss of about in this area, I would say, and your take profit would have been taken easily if you're using proper risk and money management. By the way, links to amazing and certified, which is very rare in the world of trading education, links to certified trading education down in the description, and also a 20% discount in there as well. A very special one for you guys, my followers and fans on YouTube. So you can always find interesting short-term trades, day trades, scalp trades, maybe using the order book, and if you want to learn how to use the order book for scalp trading, also in my learning program. So there are many opportunities on the way. However, if we are talking about the general spectrum of things, then I'm gonna be waiting for the next target, which is going to be $30,000. What I did today at about 30, just now before filming this YouTube video, I bought some Bitcoin, just a tiny bit, just to accumulate Bitcoin, just in case something comes out and we just take off and go to the moon, which is not very likely, but nonetheless, I'm using this averaging out strategy so that as the price moves down, I get a better and better price. I bought some Ethereum at $2,500 right now, and if we take a look at Ethereum, then it's actually quite a sad situation as well. Let's take a look at the daily chart, and it's moving down quite a lot as well. And I mean, our target with Ethereum currently is also about $1,700, which isn't really that very much fun. But I did buy some Ethereum. I bought this dip right here at about 3,000. Now I just bought this dip right here at about yes, close to $2,500, somewhere on here. And then the next one, and the big one, this is where I'm going to be buying in real heavily, and that's going to be this resistance right here, because I don't really believe we're going to go below it. I mean, if we're going to go below it, then I'll buy more, but this is going to be where I'm going to be buying in heavily. And again, this is just for my hodling, for my portfolio, for my long-term gains, like 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, etc. Or maybe even within this year, there's going to be a nice retrace, which actually is possible. And we're going to discuss this shortly. The reason why I think it might be happening this year, and I'm going to talk about it in this video. So stick around till the end. And let's take a look at our target once again. So yes, 30K seems absolutely reasonable. But what's very important, why I think that this is going to be the number, is going to be the volume profile. Because if we take a look, there's going to be a lot of, if we go back, let's zoom in like this, you'll see that we have a bunch of volume standing right here in this region. Let's move it like that. So we have a lot of, yes, like this is better. So we have a lot of volume standing right here, and I think that 30K is going to be a massive, massive resistance. And if we break this one and go lower, then I mean the next one is easily 20K, which isn't really that very much fun. But actually, and this is something I really wanted to mention to you, what is going to be the worst case scenario of all that Bitcoin will definitely not drop below, and that is going to be 10K, just because of the amount of volume, by the way. Right here in this consolidation here, that was just an incredible amount. But is it gonna ever go down to 10,000? This is highly unlikely. I think that our bottom is actually going to be 30K, maybe just ever so slightly lower, just to grab some liquidity, and that's it. But I think that this is going to be our bottom. honestly. But now it's very important for us to understand why do I think that the price is actually going to be reversing. And that is, I'm trying to look at the big players. What are big players doing? What's going on in the market in general? And I mean, when you're looking at a retail trader psychology, a retail trader is saying, oh, price is going downward. Oh my God. And usually what do retail traders do? For the most part, they enter maybe here or, at the all-time high, because this is the real confirmation that the price is going to the moon. So, and rarely retail traders are gonna be entering in this kind of an area. Why? Because of simple fear and greed and simple emotions. Because when everything is going down, what do people say? Just like right now on social media or on YouTube in the comments saying Bitcoin is going to zero. Do you know how many times people have said that Bitcoin is going to zero? Maybe someday it will go to zero, but I'm really doubting that this is going to be that is going to be the time right now for Bitcoin to go to zero. I mean, out of thousands of times that people said that Bitcoin is going to zero, it didn't go to zero once, I mean, obviously. So, and that's why in this area, people are selling. This is where people sell. This is not where people buy. Where do people buy? They buy here, 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 maybe, I don't know, here if they're lucky. And I mean, in comparison to the previous price, this is still too high. When smart people buy here, maybe here, during the consolidation, at the time of this breakout, they're gonna buy here. But they will probably not buy in this area, maybe this area, etc. So, and this is the problem of people. And this is what brings us to the fear and greed index right here. So right now we are actually in extreme fear at 13 points. But one of the things I really wanted to mention is that if you remember, if you've been following Bitcoin for a while, then you might remember that at a price of about 40,000 or 35,000 previously, when it was in this area right here, actually the fear and greed index, it was at an all-time high greed. So it was extreme greed. It was right here, actually, somewhere in this area. I'm sorry, this area as well. And it was, yes, this area right here, actually. So the Bitcoin, the greed and fear index was at an incredible greed stage. And at the same price, right now, we have the fear stage. So this is quite interesting, right? So actually the greed has turned into fear, but the price is the same. So this tells us a lot about the overall market sentiment. So a lot of people will be getting out of Bitcoin in this area right now. And what we're gonna see here, coming down, swapping some liquidity, and then finally taking off, perhaps this is going to be the scenario. I mean, it's really hard to predict it to the T, but this is the overall idea. And within a few months, we could see a rebound upward and maybe this kind of a structure repeating itself. Let me just remove these. Perhaps this kind of a structure repeating itself like we saw previously in June and July, and perhaps we'll see something like this again. Look, this could also be this kind of a situation when this head and shoulders plays out and we have the target met from this area of this falling wedge, and then also we'll swap some liquidity maybe a little bit below, etc. So this could be the time when everybody is gonna sell, and this is going to provide big players with the opportunity to kick out everyone off of this train, so that the Bitcoin will actually reallocate into the pockets of big players, of big behemoths, and will actually make people lose money for the gains of the big players. Because again, as I showed you this before, and this is how I actually predicted also this crash that just happened, is by this huge whale presence at the exchanges. However, the question is, did big whales actually sell? I mean, for those of you who are tracking whales to the T, you will know that hugest whales, hugest accounts, hugest wallets didn't sell anything. They were actually buying. So think about it, billionaires and huge companies that hold billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin are not selling anything. They're buying at a discount. While everybody else who is thinking, oh, Bitcoin is going down to zero and I entered at 69,000, so I have to leave it. And this is what's happening. They're selling their Bitcoin at half the price to the big players who are manipulating the market. Just like right now, we had two fundamental reasons for this Bitcoin crash to happen. Number one was situation in Russia that they want to ban mining, blah, blah, blah. Same thing was right here when China started banning crypto, and we had this drop from 60 something thousand down to 30, so 50% drop because of China and this whole situation of a big country, of big player banning crypto and doing all this bad stuff to it. Then certainly it does have its effect, but look, it did not stand in the way of this huge rally to the all-time high. The same thing, I mean, Russia is banning it. Okay, I mean, they can ban it, and again, they will find some kind of a replacement. So it's going to be the same thing. If they are even gonna ban it, maybe they won't ban it. So that's the whole situation right now. And again, this is just a manipulation. Then the second reason why it dropped, because of the SEC that has a problem with the accounting of MicroStrategy, which is one of the hugest Bitcoin holders. I mean, they have like billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin, and MicroStrategy replied, oh, we're sorry, we're gonna fix it and take it into account for future reports, whatever. Is this really the end of Bitcoin? I mean, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it. These two reasons are big enough. This seems more like a manipulation to me, and seeing that all these big accounts are still holding crypto. They're still holding their Bitcoin, not selling anything. I mean, some maybe are selling something here and there, but the biggest portion, the huge chunk, is still sitting there. I mean, it's like we are as retail traders, we're just sitting ducks. We're sitting here looking at the price and selling at a loss, while these big boys are creating these reasons for the price to go down and are manipulating the market to take that Bitcoin from us at a discount. So, okay, I mean, it might go lower, it might even go to 20K at some point, but these multi-billion-dollar behemoths and these multi-billion-dollar crypto Bitcoin holders, they know what they're doing and they understand it. They have it's called insider information. And this is when you're gonna start seeing that, huge Bitcoin holders are actually starting to take a loss and sell off their Bitcoin, that's gonna be a bad sign. But for now, it might just seem like simple market manipulation, in my personal opinion. Just like El Salvador, I know that El Salvador is, a very controversial example, but El Salvador just bought the dip. They bought like 410 Bitcoin for $15 million, and they're super happy in El Salvador. So this is an example. They are buying these dips. So this is something that you really have to keep in mind. Now, the question with the bottom, of course, something that I have to mention, of course, as we're going to be moving downward right here, right now, we really have to keep in mind the fundamentals. So technically, our technical target is going to be 30K. So we might play around here and then finally break out and take off to the new horizons. So, but then the big question is the fundamentals. One of the biggest things that is coming right now is the lawsuit of SEC versus Ripple XRP. So if Ripple is gonna lose and the XRP is gonna go down, and this whole market sentiment is actually, this might take us even below 30K with just an impulse, and then it's actually going to recover anyway. But this is something to keep in mind, because this kind of a manipulation and this kind of a news story can have an incredible, tremendous impact. So we're gonna be, and if we are going to actually, if they're gonna actually extend this trial yet again, then we might play around a little bit, go below, and then this good story comes out saying that XRP won. This is going to be going just in upward direction. We're gonna see a very similar structure to this one. And lastly, when it comes to the potential issues as we actually have this scenario here play out, is other countries. If, for example, United States says, oh, you know what, we're banning crypto. Well, that's going to be quite a sad situation, and then we're going to go into a long crypto winter until all of it plays out and the Bitcoin and all the cryptocurrencies find a way out how to operate. Then that's going to take quite a while, but I really doubt that this is going to be the situation. And remember, if you want to be participating in the market and buying the dip and just betting on this long-term financial revolution, then you can do this through Bybit. I personally trust Bybit, and down in the description you'll find a link to a $4,100 bonus. So click on the link down in the description, register, it takes like a few seconds, and make your initial deposit, so deposit money into it so you're ready for trading, and then you'll get up to $4,100 in free bonuses. And if you're from one of the countries which doesn't allow crypto exchanges, then there is also a link to a 73% discount on NordVPN, which you can use and access any crypto platform from anywhere in the world. All right, so as of right now, it's very important to understand also the implications of the S&P 500, because a lot of people in the comments saying, Thomas, there is no correlation between S&P 500 and crypto. Well, guess what? There is huge correlation, and I mean, it's really easy to see. So let's just open up something, I don't know, SPY, something, whatever. Something, yeah, that's gonna be fine. So as of right now, we are moving downwards. So and S&P 500 is going down. So the United States stock market is going down, and unfortunately, we've gone past. We've broken this low right here, and we are on our way to potentially. This is really strange looking chart. Can I please have S&P 500? Yes, this one. Yeah, fine, whatever. So right now we've broken this low right here, and we've broken actually a lot of lows recently. So it's looking like we might be breaking out of this channel and going very bearish, which is not a very good sign. What we have to see if we're gonna hold 4,300 right here, and then if we don't, I mean, that's gonna look like a very bearish scenario in the United States stock market, which we're all expecting, by the way. I mean, stocks cannot stay so overvalued for so long, so a big market correction is coming for sure. And I mean, as Fed is going to be increasing the interest rates, or you know, they're going to keep the interest rates, the money is going to be coming out of the stock market, so out of high risk assets, which I mean, crypto is the highest risk asset, and stocks are also considered to be high risk assets. So money is going to be coming out of stocks and crypto and going into bonds, and you know, so that the money is parked there safely. So, and this is, I mean, this is the same thing, and unfortunately at this time they are still correlated. Maybe at some point they actually will deviate away, and with time, as the capitalization of the crypto market is going to grow past, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 trillion dollars, then they're actually gonna separate and unglue. But as of right now, we still have this kind of a correlation, and really have to watch these levels, super important levels in the S&P 500, because if the S&P 500 goes on a terrible rally, just like we had right here during the first wave of COVID, going down so much, and if we're gonna see this drop down here as well, this is going to drag crypto down as well, very much. So this is something that you really must pay close attention to for the time being. But yeah, for me, I'm just buying some crypto, looking for some short-term trading opportunities when I am at the trading desk. Again, once we're going to be launching CrawlerTradingShow.com, where I'm going to be bringing five of you guys and girls who's going to win this giveaway. By the way, go to CrawlerTradingShow.com and participate. It's a free participation for a chance to win a 2-week trip to Dubai, and the winners are going to be selected on the 1st of February, so already very soon, within like 1 week. So participate today. And yeah, so and then when we're going to be spending so many hours at the trading floor right here in Dubai, at my famous Dubai trading floor, then I'm going to be taking all these super short-term trades, as I showed you before, that there are so many incredible short-term trading opportunities that you can find in the crypto market, and not just in Bitcoin, also in Ethereum, in Solana, in Cardano, in Binance Coin, etc. There are so many cool opportunities that, with proper risk and money management, the proper understanding of structures and the placements of key market levels, and proper trading psychology, all of which you can learn at tomscrawler.com, or also linked down in the description to a 20% discount for all of my trading learning programs. Then you can find all of these incredible trading structures and trade them as well with as small of a risk as possible, because of course it's risky, but at least if you have proper education, then you will know what you're doing. And it's also possible to make good money on these down moves and really up moves and down moves, just trading these short-term patterns and really interesting structures and key market levels. So this is something that I'll be doing a lot myself as well, because again, there are many opportunities like these, but I really want to first bring all the people to Dubai, and we're going to be doing it all together. And please do let me know if you enjoy these kinds of longer videos, or you actually want those shorter videos that everybody's doing right now online, you know, and basically showing, oh, here is the key market level, break, bad, good, and thank you, that's it. Do let me know if you like these more detailed, longer videos, or you would prefer shorter videos. By the way, this is the view from my apartment here in Dubai. Absolutely beautiful, incredible view. And as always, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for all the likes and all the support, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheerio and stay smart in the markets. Bye-bye.